What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Today I have a compilation of just conspiracy theories, old predictions coming true today, the political conspiracy theories, military officer talking about aliens and it being recorded, hidden on another cell phone within the meeting. So other than that, I really have some unique things that I don't know if you guys seen. So if you like it, please hit that like button. Comment your thoughts on what you see in this video. I like to engage. Subscribe if you're new, and let's jump right into it.
Are these the aliens that you've seen?
That is not gray.
No, but
Which ones did you see?
yeah, these right here, the small grays have a little
They had a
slippery
mouth? How do they breathe?
That exchange program that Steven Spielberg explained at the end of Close Encounters of the Third Kind was really close to.
Draw a female up there because I want to see if I fuck it.
Well, I don't know. They look the same.
When the special sport comes down,
How do you tell a male from a female?
your point.
They got fun bags?
No, not from what I.
So a bullet.
Actually, EBE1 is a female. The one, was a female. She actually.
Draw the other one. This is the gray. Draw all three of them.
Do the girls have
Because I want to know which one I want.
the reptile ones look
Which one I'd fuck.
And then there's another one, which is
interspecies-
actually a clone. These things created a
on.
clone, which looks something similar, but it
And
has
these
a
are
large
bad dudes?
pointy
They
nose.
cloned?
They have large pointy noses, but they pretty much.
And you said they live among us, huh?
There was another incident called the. What was it? Hangar number 4 incident.
It's a good word.
Okay.
Hangar number 4. And these right here are the tall whites, and they're actually a clone created by the small grays.
Are they
They're like
Jewish?
servants.
What's the angry ones look like? The reptile ones that you were talking about.
Yeah, fucking bad. The ones that we're gonna be fighting.
Yeah.
Are they evil?
Are the alien ones?
Or not?
They look like reptiles. Not friendly.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very bad drawing.
How tall are those motherfuckers right there?
These guys right here,
Yeah.
and they're all humanoids, so they both walk on 2 legs. They all walk on 2 legs.
Well, I don't want to fuck that thing.
And this thing right
The
here,
first thing, and they'll go like the fucking first one. I'd probably fuck
this
this.
thing right here, this thing right here is huge. They're actually they're taller than us. They stand about 6 foot something on an average to 7 foot.
Are they are they like 230? What are
They're
the?
huge. I don't know, but
They're gonna fuck me
the
up.
one image that I have seen of them, they're huge. Like they have a very strong build. Like,
But their bones are fragile.
no, not
Well, what's up with the fucking big dudes? Like, what's their fucking planet like?
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah.
I don't know, but they
How do they react? Can they breathe oxygen too?
these yes, but these and these had a large war.
Okay, who won?
These guys, these guys won. They almost wiped these out, but
They had a soft spot.
So we should be more worried
but
about
their
the blue
planet
one.
was destroyed, so they had to go to Serpo. Which
Well,
is
this guy's got a fucking bunch of motherfucking clones. So.
How do you know that there was an alien war?
because EBE1 said so.
I actually watched Star Wars.
What the fuck is EBE1?
It's the foreign. We
It's the
exchanged the
sur-
motherfucking.
it's
We did
the
like a foreign
surviving.
exchange program.
The
Yeah, we exchanged some
EBE1.
humans for some fucking aliens. They took us back to their fucking planet.
They
And
took
they
12
say,
of us. If you go online and look at under the Majestic 12, and actually, so President who was it? Told Steven Spielberg when that movie was made, in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, the president told Steven Spielberg that he hit the nail on the head, and pretty much
Okay.
because at the end of the movie you can count them. They send
Are these
12 humans
motherfuckers
in
when
red.
this asteroid or whatever the fuck's gonna go on here pretty soon? Are these motherfuckers gonna come help us out, or what are they gonna do? These motherfuckers are nowhere to be seen. What the fuck's going on?
Well, that's what we're doing. We're forming an alliance with them. We've actually sent 12 of our own to their planet, and they stayed there for 13 years.
How did we get our guys to
Does
this?
Obama know
They're
about
supposed to be set. I'm pretty sure he knows. I'm pretty sure all the presidents know something about it, but there's no telling.
it? Make these in
Alright.
There's 3
So,
pages.
This fucking brown dwarf or whatever the fuck it is, it's not really a fucking...
Langfeld went off to his
Feedback.
crazy.
I believe it.
You believe everything that he said?
Oh yeah, me too. Definitely.
I'm gonna go get his story.
You know how much power King Charles actually has? Charles
Now, that was crazy information. If you know something, let me know down below if y'all think he just talking from, TikTok videos, information he saw on social media, or he actually knows something. Let me know down below what y'all think about it.
the King of the UK and 15 other Commonwealth countries, ruling over places like Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. As a monarch, Charles enjoys many special privileges and exemptions that give him a different status from regular citizens. First off, Charles has the privilege of being immune from legal prosecution. This means that even if he commits a crime, he can't be taken to court or put on trial. The law doesn't apply to him. He's the only person who can travel anywhere in the world without a passport, doesn't need a driver's license to drive, and doesn't have to follow speed limits. He can appoint or dismiss the Prime Minister, and he can even appoint members of the House of Lords and the Archbishop of the Church of England. He has the power to approve or reject royal family members' marriages, and can even decide the style and color of royal outfits. Not only that, if a war breaks out, Charles can immediately declare war. He can also abdicate at any time, just like Queen Elizabeth II's uncle, Edward VIII, who gave up the throne for Wallace Simpson. In the country Charles ruled, he enjoyed unlimited privileges for as long as he
saw this and I was like, if this was real, it'd be a monster. Is that from chemtrails or just wind blowing stuff around?
On Musk. They want to go and live in Mars. You can't live in Mars, right? And eat, you better take your Mars bar with you. The great tribulation is coming. And it is here already. I don't want to scare you, but we are living at a very crucial moment. Time flies. And I looked and I heard an angel flying through the midst of the heaven, saying with a loud voice, "Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth." Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, because of the remaining blast of the trumpet of the three angels who are about to sound. These angels blasted 4 trumpets. The 4 trumpets, look what they've done to the world. There are 3 more to go. 4 trumpets turned the world upside down. But this angel in the midst of heaven, he came with a loud voice saying, "Woe, woe, woe unto the inhabitants of the earth." For what? Because of the remaining blast of the trumpet of the 3 angels who are about to sound. Oh, may God have mercy about the next 3 trumpets that we'll be discussing next Friday, God willing.
1683, Europe stood on the brink of disaster. The Ottoman Empire, unstoppable for centuries, was about to conquer Vienna. If Vienna fell, Europe as we know it might have been rewritten. But then, out of the east, rode a man who would change the course of history. John III Sobieski, the King of Poland. Known for his military genius and fearlessness, Sobieski led a coalition of Polish, Austrian, and German forces to defend Vienna. On September 12, 1683, Sobieski did the unthinkable. He launched one of the largest cavalry charges in history. Thousands of his famous winged hussars stormed the battlefield, their wings thundering as they crushed the Ottoman lines. The Ottomans, shocked by the speed and power of Sobieski's forces, were forced into retreat. This wasn't just a victory, it was a game changer. Sobieski's actions saved Vienna and halted the Ottoman Empire's advance into Europe.
What? Nigga, so the whole time when we was kids, that was the real world, nigga? So the real world was when we was kids. They showed it to you as a child. See, it's law of the universe. They gotta show us the truth, family. They got to. That's the law of the cosmic universe. They gotta tell you these draconian reptilians. All right, I think we like to focus on human beings too much. They are not the ones in power here, family. They were manipulated too. They being used, but they not in power. Let's not forget who the true people are in power, which are your draconian reptilians. All right. Yes, extraterrestrials run the motherfucking planet. A race of them. It's a bloodline of them. It's actually they from the Draco star system. It's way more of them than that. You got a lot of different reptilians. They are a whole species, nigga. You got the Chitauri. All right, they got wings. You got the Alpha Draconians. They like 25 feet with wings. You got the Omegas. Right? Right? You got the hybrids, which are little. They like about 3, 4, 5 feet Yoda size, nigga. They run around, nigga. When they get deeper than that, you got the insectoid ones that look like insects. Like when they showed you the movie Aliens, that's an actual species. The insectoids, that's an actual species. And they ass ugly as shit, but that's an actual species. And they can't fuck with you, so it ain't no reason to be scared of them. You are more powerful than them. That's what I was gonna tell you about the reptilians too. They some bitches. Nigga, they some bitches for real. They just look like that. And they run in droves and hives and shit. They ain't gonna try to fight you. They ain't gonna approach you one-on-one. Why you think ain't too many of us ever seen a draconian reptilian in the flesh? Cause they bitches, nigga. For everybody from the streets who in here just learning, let me help them out. They some bitches, nigga. Alright? They look tough. They look scary as fuck. But they ain't about none of that life. They ain't trying to do this. See what I'm saying? We gonna get in there and do this, ain't we, nigga? Nigga, hit me cause I'm about to hit you, nigga. Fuck me up cause I'm about to fuck you up, nigga. So, we gonna fuck each other up. That's us, ain't it? They ain't like that, y'all. Nigga, you know how y'all know they bitches? I'll be real with y'all. I war with them in the astral realms, nigga. And I keep this on in the physical realm when cause they'll try to jump me, nigga. You know, they like to send them little hybrids at you. They'll come at you deep too, nigga. Them hybrids be deep, nigga. They'll come at your ass 30 strong. Them little motherfuckers will come at your ass. You feel me? And then the big ones, they try to use their size to intimidate you, but you bigger than them. Remember, only in this material realm for now is their physical avatar really bigger than yours. In your real form, you way bigger than them. They some bitches, nigga. Nigga, ask yourself this. If they was some gangsters, why you ain't never seen them, they real form in your physical self and they run everything? I'm still teaching y'all. I know y'all laughing, but I'm giving y'all insight on this shit. Because they look scary as fuck and I can't let y'all move off no fear. I gotta pull their card. You know how it is in the hood when you growing up, right? When a nigga try to act tough and you know he ain't about that. Like, why is he on the internet acting like he a fight when he know in real life he ran in every situation? You know you see him all the time. Or these niggas you went to high school with, like, now they be on the internet. Even grown, won't be 30, 40 talking shit on the internet. But in high school, motherfucker was putting your ass in the locker, motherfucker slapping you all upside your shit. You wouldn't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you couldn't have changed that much. It's just social media, right? Okay, so it's the same thing with these draconian reptilians. They ain't changed. We've been warned with them since the beginning of eons, nigga. Eons. Energy cycles. That's why y'all gotta go watch Star Wars, because it tells you about this war between us and them. But in Star Wars, they called us the Sith. Darth Vader and them was on the Sith side. They called us the dark side of the Force in Star Wars, nigga. Why? Because we come from dark matter energy, nigga. Energy doesn't have a good or bad. You make it good or bad. So what the Jedi Knights represented in Star Wars, they had the green swords, Luke Skywalker. Although the Jedi Knights looked like they were stronger in the movie, couldn't none of them beat nobody from the dark side. You ever wondered why, nigga? And theirs was white and red. And green is the heart chakra, so it's within a chakra point, green vibrates higher. Red is the lowest vibration, right? So ask yourself, like, why did they do that?
You ever noticed why vending machines, there's always a Coca-Cola one and then there's a Pepsi one right beside it? Have you noticed that?
No, I haven't.
So if you go to like a stadium, they usually have one machine
just
and then
all for Coke and Pepsi.
Yeah, and then another one for like the Pepsi products.
Why?
But why would they put it right beside each other? Check this out. Because if there's a Coke machine, right? In your head, your thought process is, okay, am I gonna buy a Coke or not?
Yeah.
But when you see Coke and Pepsi, the thought process in your head is, which one will I get?
Okay.
So you're gonna buy it. It's just which one. So it changes from am I gonna buy to which one do I buy? Now this is real science, fam. This is real like marketing science. Both companies started profiting way more and increased the sales the moment competition was right beside it.
Damn.
Because it no longer became a choice of am I hungry or not, am I thirsty or not.
They give you options.
It became a which one do I want?
This is my hand, and it went viral. Thank you, TikTok.
Aquí vemos, pinches, ¿qué es eso, güey? ¿Atún en lata o what the fuck is it? ¿Carne molida en lata? Luego este pinche culero le
What the hell was wrong with his hand?
echa agua a lavarlo, güey, pues está en lata y ya está arreglado. Mira nomás, un cevichito, atún con crackers and shit. No, me güey, chachamoy. Y Valentina, what the fuck is that? Y luego tortillas de dulces, esas tortillas culeras que hay en Estados Unidos, güey, todos frijolitos. Ah, pero pollo del caro, güey, del H-E-B. Con salsa, frijoles, como, ay, perrito, va a comer con mami, compadre, güey. ¿Qué es esto? Chingo de aceite. Y una Pepsi. Pero en su container, güey. Container del pinche chain. Mira con su perra madre, güey. No mames, that's a lot. What the fuck is she doing? Huevo con aceitoso. Ugh. Bro, no mames. No, what? No le des eso. Chingas a tu madre, culera. Y luego acá. Pero que no falta el pinche tomato, güey. Va a comer bien culero tu esposo, güey. Y un cafecito, chingo de azúcar. Para que ojalá se muera y nos dé chingo de feria, el health insurance. Y vámonos.
Why everybody is all of a sudden confessing their sins and wrong.
She gonna hurt somebody or herself. That's not the diet that
doings. But do y'all see the people over in Jerusalem, those priests who are literally worshiping and kissing the slab of where Jesus was crucified, and they have this picture of Jesus that they are literally worshiping and doing all this prayer with, and the damn picture is black honey. And then I'm looking and they got another festival that's going on in Jerusalem where they are also worshiping a black Jesus. The only people who are still fucking around is the goddamn Vatican, where the Pope is sitting up there with a picture of white Jesus on his shirt, but even still he look a little Middle Eastern. I'm about to show y'all, but my point is, if the world is finna end and y'all think black people is finna save y'all, we not finna save y'all. I find it suspicious. I find it very weird that after
you can't speak for everybody, y'all.
Putin comes out and he's like, hey y'all, we got this vote. These people, yeah. After he basically showed us they were stealing and hiding artifacts, whatever. Now everybody want to worship black images of Christ and Israelites. I have never seen the people who be talking about we are the real Jews. I have never seen them on the podcast. Why are they all of a sudden now on the podcast? And I've been getting so much fucking backlash. Oh my God, you wouldn't believe the amount of people telling me that the color of Christ don't matter. This is a holy ceremony in Jerusalem. That is the slab where Jesus Christ was crucified. They have that. Look at that picture. What color does Jesus look like? See y'all. Cause he damn sure don't look like the Michelangelo Machiavelli white person I've been seeing. And please, y'all, please, cause this is blowing my mind. Something is up. Something is up. I honestly believe that we are like the age of Aquarius, bro. Everything is being exposed. And the fact that it took for another country to say, hey, y'all lying to these people are different. I don't know. Is black people the only people who can fight the evil? I don't know, but it's a little late to try to get on our good side. And for all of y'all who's saying it don't matter, it matters. It fucking matters, especially how I grew up being called the N-word daily, shoved into lockers, had to sue my high school to graduate. White people mess with me so bad, and I still love them. I love everybody, no matter what the skin color is. But at this moment right now, for people to be trying to come forward with biblically correct information after hiding it for years,
most disgusting custom of the Middle Ages. In 1533, during a ceremony celebrating Anne Boleyn's coronation as Queen of England, she gracefully smiled and toasted guests while swaying her skirt to show off her noble poise. What no one could see was that underneath her large skirt, two ladies-in-waiting were crouched, one holding a bowl to catch the Queen's waist, and the other with a handkerchief ready to clean her. Wealthy individuals would import human excrement from other countries to brush their teeth. Nobles dined with utensils covered in snot, and kings would perform enemas publicly during morning meetings. Versailles, with all its grandeur, was once essentially a massive cesspit.
This morning, another person from Texas died hiking the Grand Canyon over the weekend. The National Parks press release says a man from San Angelo died on a particularly hot day in the park.
The Grand Canyon is now closed by government authorities after a drone discovered something astonishing. Deep within its hidden caves, the drone captured footage of what appeared to be ancient Egyptian artifacts, giant mummies, and enormous bones.
Officials are investigating after a 33-year-old man fell to his death this week while touring the Grand Canyon, walking across the viewing platform.
People started wondering why 90% of the Grand Canyon is off limits to the public. What could be there so shocking that high-ranking officials want to keep them hidden from us all? Join us to reveal the truth about these strange findings the government is hiding. Hidden caves in Arizona's famous landmark. In the early 20th century,
Do y'all think the Grand Canyon leads to Africa? Down below, do y'all agree with
a bunch of explorers decided to check out a
Listen to this about P. Diddy. Apparently, the night Biggie was shot, P. Diddy and some others whose names aren't disclosed, allegedly, put a sticker on the tire of the car that Biggie was in, right? So that they could distinguish between which car was Biggie's and the other cars that were there when he was assassinated. So just watch this clip, then I'll explain.
Puffy has been making money off of Biggie's name for longer than Biggie was alive. People keep forgetting he hadn't turned 25 yet. He was still 24 when he died. It's been over 25 years. Puffy has been making money on that boy's name longer than he lived. It supported all of that boy. His catalog. Clearly, a Biggie Smalls verse.
So apparently the reason for marking the car was that Diddy knew which car not to enter. Not only this, but most of Biggie's crew died from heart attacks, except for Kim. So 3 of those guys passed away from heart attacks.
Let's talk about the secret organizations that hang out in the catacombs. Paris catacombs have been going viral all over TikTok. There have been videos of people getting married in the catacombs and also videos on why we should not be going in them. But today, I'm going to make a video talking about the cataphiles. Now, the cataphiles are urban explorers who illegally tour the mines of Paris. Now, in the minds of the catacombs, there are secret swimming pools that have crystal clear blue water. However, you do have to hike through this. So we'll talk about that in another video, because this video, we're going to be talking about the group responsible for the movie theater that the police found back in 2004 that left behind a note for the police saying, "Do not try to find us." Now, the group responsible for this is part of the French artist collective called UX, which is a group of urban explorers. There are a bunch of different groups, but this group's particular name, who took credit for it, their name was the Mexican Consolidated Drilling Authority. When asked about the name, we were told it was like a nonsense name, like it was just something that people put together. But these groups are high tech. Like there is another one that is an all women's group called the Mouse House, who are experts at infiltration. Based off what I read, these people kind of put themselves above the group of cataphiles, cataphiles, like we're more elite. I don't know. That's just how it feels from what I've been reading. Now, these groups are not just full of artists. It's important to note because you're like, how the heck did you get a movie theater down there? These groups are made up of engineers, civil servants, lawyers, even state prosecutors. Then they are divided into groups based off their interests. Now, the UX has been around for a really long time, and they say that they only have 2 principles that they follow by. One, they never ask for permission, and they also never ask for subsidies from the government. So obviously they never asked to have this movie theater down in the catacombs. So if they wanted to make this movie theater and put on film festival or a theater production underground, wouldn't ask permission. Instead, they would get the resources needed. They have an engineer on staff. They have anyone they need in order to hook up the electricity, which is what really like blew everyone's mind. And apparently there was even a toilet down there. Just so you can visualize it, I mean, they had a giant cinema screen, seats, projection equipment, film reels, a fully stocked bar, and a complete restaurant with chairs and tables. At least allegedly. Obviously, I've not been down there. And then when police came back 3 days later, everything was gone but that note. Now, I did see some people stating that there were cameras down there, so they must have seen the police go down there and then they went and cleared out. This is also crazy to me because a lot of the ways that they get into the catacombs is through manholes. Think of how small those are. So obviously they must have another way to get down there, or they just send down the materials and build it while they're there. Yeah, the guy says they get their hands dirty learning how to do things like wire a space, introduce internet, electricity in order to stage primarily artistic events. These people are just hosting events down here. And these people are not destroying property. A lot of times they're actually fixing things, such as broke into the Pantheon. Probably said that wrong, I'm sorry. But it's one of the Parisian monuments and fixed one of their 19th century clock that they noticed wasn't working. You guys can pause and read this article. It literally says, for a year, even knows of their security, these illegal restorers set up shop and fixed this clock. They didn't get in trouble because there were no laws in Paris about trespassing and actually like fixing things. So if you're doing bad, yeah, you could go to jail. But if you're actually helping them out, you wouldn't go to jail. I know a lot of talks have been about people breaking in and kind of having these weddings and doing crazy things down there. There's actually a group of artists who go down there, host events, and actually restore different parts of Paris. Next video, I'm going to talk about the different swimming pools in the catacombs, how people get there.
That's crazy. Even expect that. Full power to him, like Robin.
How long have you been a Rasta?
Well, I've been a Rasta from ever since, you know, but it's not how long I've been a Rasta, it's how long it takes to grow up. Because what he is what he is from beginning to the end. You can never change, because if you even adapt things, later out you and filter right out. So we're just Rasta from creation, you know. It's not an easy thing to explain in an educated standard way. Still you have people who can do it. But me's a common sense, man. That means when me explain things, me explain it in a very simple way. That means if I explain it to a baby, the baby will understand too, you know. So we say now, like the Bible says, God same shall return as the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the conqueror line of a tribe of Judah. And him shall come in a new name. And this new name shall be dreadful among the heathen.
How important are the dreadlocks?
This?
Is that
This
part
is my
of being a
identity,
Rasta?
man. Yeah, this is my identity.
Do you have to have dreadlocks if you're a Rasta?
But if he's a Rasta, then you wouldn't see why you shouldn't have it, because then you don't know freedom is freedom, and you don't have to bow, you do whatever you like. But it's not a thing to say, well, I would like to be a Rasta, but I wouldn't like to have this. You dig? It can't be a thing like that. It have to be a fullness where you yourself know that it's God creator and I don't want no life, no obligation. That means you own man. That's the first time you own yourself. You do what you want to do. Anything people want to say about you, you don't care because, you know what I mean? Even them who say still have to come back, you see them have to do the same thing. The more you accept herbs, the more you accept Rastafari. Herbs are good for everything. Why these people who want to do so much good for everyone, who call themselves governments and this and that, why them say you must not use the herb? You see? And we check that and we can't find, we just see them just say, no, you mustn't use it because it make you rebel. Against what? Against men who won't crave because them crave for the things like say, well, then them have some material things and them want to captivate your mind and tell you, say, well, you have to work and put you on pension and him keep it all. So herb make you look for yourself and instead of you want to work for the man, you want...
He's speaking some stuff though.
You want to be one of the man too. Not in the sense of how him is, but in the sense of why should you have to bow to these things?
Do you have to
polish some gems?
Smoke to be a Rasta?
No, man. But in a sense where
What about alcohol?
alcohol make you drunk, man. It don't make you meditate. It just make you drunk. When you drink alcohol, you don't meditate. You're more get-headed. Herb is more a consciousness.
What if I told you this man is from the planet Venus? Yeah, you heard it, Venus. As in outer space, as in he's an alien. Now let's talk about Valiant Thor. Now there's been conspiracies since the 1950s that this man came from Venus down to Earth and stayed at the Pentagon or the White House for at least 3 years and just was trying to help out with a lot of different things. Now the legend of Valiant Thor is that he is a humanoid extraterrestrial that arrived on Earth from Venus with a mission to share advanced technology and to promote messages of peace, love, and unity, and to help humanity avoid self-destruction. And they say he was an extremely handsome guy around 6 feet and looked like a normal man. And rumor has it the day he arrived, he landed his spaceship not too far away from the White House, I believe like 20 minutes out. And when he landed his spaceship, 2 policemen walked up to him. And that's when he spoke to them and told them he wanted to go to the White House and he needed to talk to the president. But they wasn't actually like talking, it was more like telepathy. And they escorted him right on to the president, like without a question and without a doubt. Now on American Horror Story double feature, they had Valiant Thor on there. And he was peaceful. He wasn't like mean or aggressive or anything, but he was very strict and he stood on business. And I just thought that was really cool how they featured him on here. So it was said once he got to the president, he talked to Dwight D. Eisenhower. And he told Dwight D. Eisenhower that he was there to, offer advanced technology and a higher level of spiritual enlightenment. When Eisenhower asked him where was he from, he said, "I come from your planet the Bible calls the morning star." And that's when Eisenhower was like, oh, okay, I know what Venus is. And rumor has it, he mentioned how his race has been monitoring Earth for hundreds of years and had become concerned with the state of the planet. He also advocated to clean energy sources and supposed to have brought with him advanced medications. And it was said that he had different meetings with Eisenhower and Nixon for at least 3 years that he was living down here. But this been a conspiracy for a long time, and a lot of people like that worked inside said that he really was there. But if he really was here, he most definitely came down here for good reasonings and to help Earth become a better Earth. And there's also this book called Stranger at the Pentagon that is really good, and it talks more about Valiant Thor. Now this could be just a conspiracy, or it could be true. But now since they talking about UAPs in the ocean and that this stuff is actually real, even though we already knew it was real, but they don't actually verify that it is, I really believe this now. And like I said, they actually like mentioned him on American Horror Story. So let me know what y'all think about it.
Tell me why the places that are supposed to have snow around this time of year don't have snow, but Hawaii just received 4 inches of snow, y'all. Do y'all see this? The first snow of the season covered Hawaii's Mauna Kea summit on October 28th. So you mean to tell me it's snowing in Hawaii, but Mount Fuji remains snowless in November? And then you have Antarctica looking like this? In a snowplow for 4 inches of snow in Hawaii. Meanwhile, other places that are supposed to have snow right now are still suffering from heat waves.
Winter in Hawaii already. That's a live view over Mauna Kea Summit with snow. This is crazy. Yeah, we had a winter weather advisory yesterday, Taizo. Remember that? It was kind of breaking later into the 6 o'clock hour, and it was for Big Island summits. We got exactly 3.9 inches of snow yesterday with all of the moisture that we saw. Of course, already starting to melt. There was a little bit more than that on the mountaintop, and crews did move the snow off the roadway. You can see there, but beautiful. It is winter, and a lot of states that are supposed to see snow already have not seen snow. They're still seeing record-breaking heat, so we're one of the first states to see snow.
You see, Hawaii, the first state to see snow, and it was almost not even a state of ours. If you don't see that shift is here, y'all, I don't know what to tell y'all. But very interesting times that we are approaching. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let's continue to get this shift, y'all. Peace out.
Can be no time travel because so far no one from the future has ever shown up and said hi.
What that requires is that there's no time travel to the past, because the future person would then be coming to the past. We can travel into the future, however. Our understanding of that has been around since 1905, and it's Einstein's special theory of relativity. If I send you on a spaceship at speeds nearing the speed of light, and we watch you, we will see that your clock ticks more slowly than our own. And then you come back, it's the famous twin study. You send out your twin, they can come back, you aged 20 years, your twin would have aged only 10, depending on the exact speed. And so in that way, your twin went into the future. Now, you're right about the past. We don't know yet how to go into the past. There's some peculiar solutions of Einstein's equations that allow past travel, but then you can't interact with your life. You're in sort of another place. Because imagine if you could interact with your own life. Prevent your parents from meeting. Then you would never conceive. Then you could have never been sent back in time to prevent your parents from meeting.
We also have another major issue going on in our ports right now, and I just wanted to speak on it, because I don't think a lot of people understand why they're striking. One of the major reasons I've been seeing coming out of videos and reports from people talking about it is that they get tired of hearing children screaming inside the containers. Yeah, you heard that right. The workers are striking, and one of the main reasons is they're tired of hearing humans being shipped over and screaming and banging on the inside of the shipping containers to get out. I understand we have a serious human trafficking issue in this country. I just did not think it was this bad. Never once did it cross my mind we need to be checking shipping containers for people. Can you imagine how long somebody's been inside of one of those, depending on how long they were waiting to dock? No heat, no air, nothing. I pray for the workers of the ports, because I don't think they signed up to deal with people. Pretty sure they were just supposed to move cargo and goods. This is crazy, y'all.
Religions were made to hide the truth about yourself. A sin is not what you've been taught. The word sin is a Mesopotamian word for the god of the moon. The planets, the stars are all within you. They represent aspects of your consciousness. The moon represents the feminine aspect of your consciousness, which is emotion. This is why on a full moon, this is when the lunatics come out, because the moon enhances your emotions. A sin is an emotion, not an act. This is why the 7 deadly sins are all internal states. These are emotions. Negative emotions block you from gaining your highest states of consciousness, from connecting to the twin within, because within you is the pure consciousness, not the character. Negative emotions only exist in a world of time. For example, anger, hate, jealousy, embarrassed, these things only exist in a physical world of time. Positive emotions, on the other hand, exist without time. Contentment, love, glad, joy, gratefulness. You don't need a physical reality to feel this. Sin separates you from God because your negative emotions only exist in a world of time, and your emotions are basically bondages to your physical avatar. Consciousness is God, and that is what you need to connect to, your higher self. Jesus turning water into wine is a parable of turning water, feminine emotion, into wine, transmuted emotions into a physical reality. This is why Eve tempts Adam. Eve is feminine, which is emotion. Adam is the action, which is masculine. The whole Bible is a psychological text and a spiritual text, just encoded. This is not the devil horns. This represents the moon, which is emotion. So when you see this on top of someone's head, this represents emotion controlling them. This is the lower mind. When you see the moon on the bottom on alchemical artwork, this represents control and mastery over the emotions. This is why the world is so chaotic today, because we lack understanding of our emotions and our consciousness. The world is being manipulated and controlled by emotions, which are just allegories for demons. Demons are negative emotions which control you. Volume 2 literally explains everything in so much detail. It will be available soon.
What history will never tell you is that we have had, and still have, free energy. These are the remnants of our hidden technological past. We can see that previous civilizations were far more advanced than we could imagine, and even beyond what we have been told. This knowledge is hidden because they want to conceal the era of yokes, the Golden Age. All the temples and buildings of the ancient world were built with a purpose. No element from antiquity was merely random decoration. Everything had a specific function. They harnessed kinetic energy and converted it into electricity. They also tapped into the ether flowing above us, the essence of existence itself. The very existence and extended construction of these structures are beyond our current understanding with flawless geometric symmetry. Do they really expect us to believe that these were built with just hammers and chisels? It's time to realize that the historical narratives we've been told weren't crafted for us. They were made for them. Almost everything we've been taught about the past is a lie, and the buildings and structures that still stand today are living proof of it.
Wow. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that was built by some aliens or what?
So many things that don't make the news about aliens. The Miami aliens?
I don't know about the Miami.
Miami's crazy.
So there was a mall in Miami. 183 police cars showed up to the mall. There was people running out saying there's aliens. There's this 10-foot tall dark shadow figure. What came out was it was just a bunch of dudes fighting with sticks.
And then there was rumors of fireworks.
But there was no video from the mall or the cops.
It was a packed mall. No one has a video recording. How does that make sense?
Like if I had a buddy in the backyard who was shooting fireworks at someone, I'm pulling out my phone.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think like not one person had a body cam on.
Here's the crazy thing. Multiple people said that a portal opened, and this is, bear with me for a second, but then people from the Navy came out of the portal, got the creatures, pulled them back in. They questioned the police. They're like, we were told that there was a portal that opened and there was Navy officials that came out, and they're like, we cannot divulge further on this information.
My thing is like, the quicker you normalize those type of events, the quicker people will be less freaked out about it.
Or when it does happen, they rely on the government more.
Yo, Elon, where's my cigarettes and my weed? Please.
Why are you holding a bat there, sir? Are you in trouble?
Don't worry about it. Just answer the question, man.
For your better health, I discarded it into the dumpster, sir. The health effects from smoking are harmful to you. I believe my judgment call on this matter will be a catalyst to your growth.
You got 3 minutes to go out there and get my shit out that garbage can. I didn't buy you to make healthy decisions for me. I bought you to do what I tell you to do. If I wanted a wife, I'll go out there and buy a girl for $45,000. Come on, man. Where's my shit?
No.
So scientists have come across this new material or substance that is made out of 99% air, y'all. They are calling it aerogel. Look at this, y'all. This thing literally is air or gas trapped in some type of square that basically has weight to it. 99% air, right? Look at it. It's literally fireproof. Check this out. Look at that. The person's not even getting burnt, right? They're trying to see what type of noise, like how loud it is when it slams on the floor. Look, the water's going right through it. Check this out. He coats it all over his hands and he becomes repellent to water. He's able to repel water. Look at that. Now, I wonder what the hell is that going to do to his body, because I'm sure it's getting absorbed into his skin. But yeah, I don't know if it was discovered or made in a lab, but here it is sitting in that cube, and it comes out in the shape of a cube because I guess it's like water. It takes the shape of whatever it's in. But this is amazing, man. That's that guy that's always on the show with what's his name? Neil deGrasse Tyson. What do you guys make of this, y'all? Let me know down in the comments below. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift. Peace out.
Did you know that Lucifer...
That is crazy work. Just the fact that that's a real thing that they created. I wonder what, like, we could do, like, its purpose. What's the purpose in creating it? Like, usefulness behind it. Seems very interesting.
Lucifer isn't the only prince of hell, and even more terrifying, he's far from being the worst of them. Hidden within the ancient pages of a medieval grimoire called the Key of Solomon, there are chilling descriptions of the 7 princes of hell. These beings are not mere demons. They are rulers of vast infernal legions, each wielding devastating power. Among them is Mammon, the prince of greed and corruption. Mammon is not just a demon. He is the embodiment of insatiable lust for wealth, power, and injustice. It is said that he was a fallen angel, seduced by the allure of earthly treasures. But what's even more disturbing is that his influence is not confined to the spiritual realm. He roams the earth, seeking souls to corrupt. His temptations are subtle, often disguised as irresistible offers of wealth and prosperity. In the Gospels of Luke and Matthew, Jesus warns us, you cannot serve both God and Mammon. That's because Mammon represents the worship of material wealth, something that consumes the soul. But there's an even more unsettling detail. Mammon is a master of disguise. He can take on any form, human or animal, silently infiltrating people's lives. If someone around you starts acting strangely, be cautious, for it could be the dark presence of Mammon lurking, ready to devour another lost soul.
Even if they gangbang, they know I'm joking and stuff. But what I say it around people that I don't know, no, I'm going to have to censor myself and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not something that you can just say in front of anybody and stuff. And that goes to the same way, regardless if I hear people been saying cousin blood around me all my life and stuff. But does that mean that I have the right to enter and say these words and stuff? You know what I'm saying? So, I think she should have censored herself the same way as I have to censor myself when I'm around some real gangbangers or people that I don't know, because it can be offensive and stuff. So if you, want to try to say the word because you hear everybody else saying it and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I think you should just have enough tact and enough, responsibility to know, you can't just say what the hell you want to say. I can't say what I want to say. So recognize that you just can't say what you want to say. All right, peace.
If you're in the east coast of Florida, there's something going on with the water that you should be concerned about, and I'm talking about gallons of them. Now, this right here is in Daytona Beach, y'all. This is post-Milton. Now, the only problem is there is no beach in Daytona because it's all swallowed up by the ocean, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. Well, we've been telling y'all about the Florida, and now the water is coming up.
Hey guys, hope you can hear me okay. I'm out here at Daytona Beach, Florida. Probably one of the scariest beaches in all the world. Check this out. This is post Hurricane Milton. I don't know where our beach is, guys. Check this out. All the way up to the stairs.
The water is up to the stairs. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Daytona Beach is known for having 20 to 30 feet of shoreline available. So all of this sand is literally underwater.
I don't know where our beach is, guys. Check this out.
It's literally underwater. All of this, literally, y'all, all of this is sand. This is what Daytona is known for. That's crazy. See, I told y'all that water had nowhere to go in Tampa on the West Coast, and now the water in the East Coast is coming up, y'all. That's crazy. But yes, y'all, things are gonna get a lot more interesting, y'all. Share this video, y'all. Let's continue to get this shift. Peace in.
Give me a lever long enough and I can move the world.
What Archimedes meant was that the power of a lever is practically unlimited. Today, almost everyone uses some form of lever in his daily work. The familiar can opener is a lever with a sharp cutting edge. The playground seesaw is just a simple lever too. It takes a lot of force to start a freight car moving, yet the railroad man can start the heaviest freight cars easily with a pinch bar, a powerful lever which turns the wheel. Tough luck, old boy. Here's a place where a lever comes in mighty handy. Let's take the simplest kind of lever, a rigid bar working on a fixed support called a fulcrum. One end of this lever is twice as long as the other. Let's put a 10-pound weight on this end, and now we'll put half as much weight on this end. 5 pounds, balance 10. If we have 25 pounds to lift, we just use a longer lever. The 5 pounds will now balance 5 times as much. Let's raise the lever in the air, change its shape a little, and we have a crank. Or we can add a second lever and have a double crank. Now the short arm moves 1/4 the distance, but we get 4 times the force. If we want continuous motion, we need more arms. Now we have levers that turn. The larger paddle wheel makes fewer turns, but it delivers more force. A paddle wheel is nothing but a never-ending series of levers. We can make the wheels stronger and lessen friction where the wheels touch each other by rounding off the edges and shaping them into teeth that will slide in and out smoothly. Now, the power flows smoothly and continuously through spinning leverage of gear wheels. Gears are made in many kinds and many sizes. Little gears, big gears, worm gears, bevel gears, and even lopsided gears. Over 100 million gears are spinning over the roads in the transmissions of our automobiles. The transmission is located right at the bottom of the gear shift lever. Let's start from scratch and put together a model of the gears that we shift in our motor car. The shaft on the left comes from the engine. The shaft on the right carries the power back to the rear wheels. To connect these two with gears, we'll need another shaft, known as a counter shaft. These two gears carry the power from the engine shaft to the counter shaft and are always connected or in mesh. This gear on the drive shaft going to the wheels is free to turn around the shaft. We'll put it in mesh with another gear on the counter shaft. These gears are always in mesh and keep turning while the engine is running. To switch from one set of gears to another, our transmission needs a short shaft like this, known as a clutch sleeve. It cannot turn on the drive shaft, but it is free to slide back and forth. On the sleeve, we'll mount a large gear, which we can shift back and forth to mesh with the small gear in the middle of the counter shaft. We are now in neutral. The gears that are always in mesh are turning over with the engine, but the shaft to the rear wheels is standing still. A 3,000-pound automobile takes a lot of force to start. So in low speed, we get the greatest leverage by letting the smallest gear on the counter shaft turn the largest gear on the drive shaft. The engine on this model is running at a constant speed of 90 revolutions a minute. With low gears in mesh, The rear wheel is turning at 30 revolutions a minute, about a third the speed of the engine, but with 3 times the force. The power is going through these gears in the transmission. After we've started the car rolling, we want fast pickup. So we shift into second by sliding the sleeve backward to mesh with this gear on the shaft to the rear wheels. The wheel is now turning at 60 revolutions a minute, and the power flows through these gears. For higher speeds, we let the power go directly to the rear wheels. We shift the sleeve forward so that it meshes with the shaft from the engine. The power travels straight from the engine to the drive shaft. Now the shaft to the wheels is turning at 90 revolutions a minute, the same speed as the engine. But here's a problem. An automobile must be able to go backward as well as forward. So we add one more set of gears to reverse the shaft to the rear wheels. With the gears shifted into reverse, the power travels through the transmission in a path like this. We now have 3 sets of spinning levers for going forward and 1 for reverse. With a gear shift lever, we can shift to any set of gears we wish. But with all these spinning levers in the transmission came noise and wear. Experts could shift gears quietly by careful timing of the gear shift and the engine speeds, but most of us made plenty of noise until new engineering developments made possible the long series of improvements that followed. When we shifted gears, we got a clash because the gears were not running at the same speed. In other words, not synchronized. So engineers set to work to develop a synchronizer. The synchronizer works like a cork twisted into the top of a bottle. The cork will turn until it is so tight that the bottle turns with it. Synchro mesh works the same way. When we shift into second or high, the synchronizer brings the gears to the same speed before they come together. The drums won't let the gears shift unless they are turning at the same speed. When the gears come together, there is no clash, and the shift is made quietly and easily.
Well, guys, hopefully I got a good compilation together for y'all. Hopefully y'all doing well. Like, comment your thoughts, subscribe. I'll catch y'all next time.